Alright, so a pleasant good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming on. This is day 4, week 10 of our journey together. And thank you for keeping up and for moving forward with us. So we're gonna continue with our papers. Today is math, and then we're gonna do social and then religious. And so let's move forward. Yesterday, we ended on we was doing functions. We The last question we did was basically substituting, and so yeah, this is the last one that we did where we had to um, basically this was no substitution. This is just figuring out what value of x would give us 125, and we saw that if we do 5 to the third power, right? 5 to the third power is definitely 125, and so that's how that worked. And that's the last question that we're on. Um, so today we're gonna try to continue with these papers that we're working on. And so let's see how much we can get covered today. Okay, so all right, so let's continue. So this is yesterday we did the probability question with the different spinners, and we also did the sets question. Right? And those ones usually come sets probability. They usually come on your exams. Now we're gonna move forward and we're gonna do this angles thing. We just have to make an accurate drawing. I don't even like this. Ain't even. It's not even. Okay, they just want us to make a drawing of this. Okay, I guess it is instructive that we do this. So we have to make a drawing of this quadrilateral. Okay, so quadrilateral has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. And we have to draw it as is. Okay, so they gave us this quadrilateral. It's not to scale, meaning this is not exactly 7. This is not exactly 7.5. This is not exactly 10. But they want when you draw it for it to be it's like so. Okay, for it to be accurate. So you have to get your ruler and you will need a protractor. Okay, those two things, ruler, pencil, and protractor, you will need those things for answering this particular question. So let's go. So let me pull out my geometry tools on my side for construction.
I'm bringing none of them stuff.
You want to bring none of them stuff? So how you gonna do your construction scope on?
I don't know.
Why you ain't bring now?
Because I wasn't planning on staying this long.
Oh, okay. Construction tools. Construction tools. Oh. How is it though?
What?
Your stay.
I still over here, but it's good so far, I guess.
Feels like. How you like? It's grandmama, right?
Yes, sir.
How do you like it or don't like it?
Boring.
Boring? Wow. Oh my. Never been to grandmama before. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to draw. We want to draw this line 10 centimeters long. Excuse me. We're going to draw the line 10 centimeters long. The line AD 10 centimeters long. Okay. Alright, that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay, so let's do that.
Hold on, Mr. Petit.
Yes, sir.
You can write down the question address?
Oh, okay. Sure, no problem. So this is have to be 10 centimeters. The 7 and the 7.5. I feel better already. I didn't know. Like once you get into it, it feel normal now. Let's take a
I
look.
mean, from playing today.
Yeah, yeah. So the first thing is 10 centimeters, and those guys at our school could play. They could play.
So you come dead last.
They could play. I no. Remember my competition was in them. So regular teachers.
Oh,
Yeah, and staff don't like the staff don't like the play much, but they was cooperative. Um, so 10 centimeters. So we're gonna start at 0, and we wanna go all the way to 10. All right, good. About there should be fine. Y'all give me that? Is that 10? Can I pass with that?
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I let it slide for today.
You let it slide for the day. Okay. How about you, Nancy?
Could be better.
Could be better. Wow. Wow, Nancy is so positive. Don't worry.
You have my vote.
What about you?
Say it again.
You have my vote. Don't
What the
worry.
question is?
The question is, we have to draw this figure, alright? So you need your ruler and your compass. We're trying to draw this, not compass. You need your ruler and your protractor. So we're trying to draw this four-sided figure. We have to draw this four-sided figure as is. So like how they say 10 centimeters, we need to draw 10 centimeters long. AD. Alright, so and we have to label it too. So 10 centimeters. Okay, next up is, so again, if we could check it, it is 10 centimeters. Yep. Again, we start at 0. Don't start at 1. Start at 0. And then end at 10. So it's 10 centimeters. Now we need 7.5 centimeters. But before we do that, we need to draw 110 degrees. That's very important for us. I wonder if we have enough space here. That's my question. I really wonder if we have enough space. I hope we do. I say that because you can see what I'm talking about. I hope we have enough space on this set. But let's see. So we need to get our protractor. And so this is a protractor, people. This is a protractor. This is not a compass. This is a protractor that we use to draw angles. Right, so better than mine. So we go to A, and we have to carve out, not carve out, but you know what I mean. We have to, not construct, we have to draw 100 and, is it 110 degrees? I think it is.
It is.
110, thank you so much, Kennedy. So let's go, 110 degrees. Okay, so this is 110 degrees right now. Let me change the color, make it red. Okay. So we want red. So the reason why I want red, just so that we can have a clear indentation. Alright, good. So we want 110 degrees. That should be, so this is 110 degrees right there, people.
Yeah.
And so we want to just draw it right there. Put a dot there. Alright, that should be good. Okay, now we need to draw a line that passes through this point. Okay, so I don't want to put that in red. Let's change it back to black. Alright. So we have to draw a line that passes through the point, the same point, that is 110 degrees. Alright, so you see that line that passes through it? Just like that. Good. I'm going to draw the line of any length. Okay, good. But we know that this line is supposed to be 7.5 centimeters long.
Go back,
That's how long
please.
it's supposed to be. So what I'll do is let me move this line. Let me move this line.
You can leave it up to me, please.
Yeah, no problem. I want to know where 7.5 is. That's what I want to know. So I'm gonna get my compass and mark out 7.5. So I want to know where 7.5 is before I even do it. Okay. So let's extend this all the way up to 7.5. There we go. And so let me lock it in. So I need to go to A and extend this all the way up to 7.5. Okay. So that's 7.5 is. And so that means that when I draw my line, it must touch this arc. Alright?
You have to draw the arc.
Yes, draw the arc, please, because otherwise the only other way we could do it, if we don't want to draw the arc, the only other way we could do it is that we would have to do it like this. We would have to actually take our ruler and measure out 7.5 like this. And let me do it. Let me go the other way. We'll have to take our ruler and measure out, oh my goodness, 7.5. So 7.5 is right here. And so we'd have to do it like that. And then inhale. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's another way to do it if you don't want to draw the R. And so we'll start here and then go cut that and then reach the 7.5, which is fine. That's okay. 7.5 down. I like this better because that way we don't have no arc, there. But I mean, the arc wouldn't be wrong. It's just nice to not have an arc there. Okay. So again, we make sure that we first knew that that was 110 degrees. So let's check it. So let's check, see if that's 110 degrees. Yeah. What do you think, Miss Nancy? What is that? What is that, Miss Nancy?
What am I looking at?
Is it 110?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I trying to do mine.
Okay, yeah, 120.
Yeah.
Good. So not only is it 110 degrees, but it's supposed to be 7.5 centimeters, and it's about 7.5 centimeters. So 0, something in a bit, 7.5. Yeah. Okay, so it's 7.5 centimeters. And then this is, we need to measure it. Not measure it, but we need to make a note that this is 110 degrees. Like label it, that's the word. We need to label it. Good. So who is this I supposed to allow to come in now? Okay, good. So this is 110 degrees. Alright. Alright, next up. We need to
Hold on, Mr. Petite.
hold on. So notice what we did, what we are doing. We have to label our stuff. So 7.5 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 110 degrees. We have to label them. Alright, don't just put them there, label it, okay? Like they say here, show all the information given on your drawing. So make sure everything that they have on their drawing is on your drawing. Alright, make sure I do that. Okay. So next thing is we need this side to be 80 degrees. Again, we need this to be 80 degrees. So, okay, since we need that to be 80 degrees, let's go. Let's go. So we need to draw 80 degrees at D. So we take our protractor and put its center at the end or at the point D, and we need to mark out 80 degrees. So we start at 0, then we go to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 degrees right out. And so I'm going to show that right out. 80 degrees, so we put a little dot here for 80 degrees. Very good. So that's 80 degrees. Now we need a. Now what we also need is we know that, so this is 80 degrees. That's important, but we also know that the line is 7 centimeters. So that's also important to know that the line is 7 centimeters. So we need to get our ruler and make sure the line that goes through this point is you have to ensure that the line that goes through this point is 7 centimeters. Alright. Okay, so it has to be 7 centimeters. It has to be 7 centimeters. I'm trying to get it to 7 centimeters properly. Okay, so that should be it right there. So start at 0 and go all the way down to 7 centimeters. Alright. Alright, so it's going to be right there. Oh, good. There we go. So that's 7 centimeters. So 7. Why am I not drawing? 7 centimeters. So 7 centimeters. Okay. And what else? We move this protractor and move the ruler. And so what else we need to do?
Label the 80 degrees.
Label the 80 degrees. Very good. If you're in the group and you haven't sent in um and you haven't sent in the if you're in the group and you haven't sent in here or present, please do that as well. Alright, and so 80 degrees. Good. So 80 degrees is what we have. This is 7 centimeters, 7.5 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and then the last step we need to do is we need to connect now. So I need to connect this point with this point. And there we go. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to label this B and label this C. So this one is going to be B, right?
Yes, sir.
This one is going to be C. Okay. So A, B, C, and D. All right, and so this is our shape. Did we miss anything? Any part of it?
No, sir.
No. Did anyone come out nicely like mine?
Yes,
No
sir.
way, yeah.
In a way? In a way. In a way? What do you mean by in a way?
Mine's
I
got
get the
better.
structure right.
You get the structure right? How about the measurements?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect. I agree.
mine.
Okay. So yeah, our measurements are on point. Let's see. This is 80. Yeah, 80 degrees. All right, so we on point. So this is how you do it. Please send. Please send. Please send in the photos for me, please. Uh, One, I haven't seen the pictures yet that you sent me. Let me look at them now. Okay, very good. One. Um, Very good, Ricardo. Dylan, thank you. Mysterious Forbes, thank you. Yeah, Dylan, you didn't have to use the arcs. Thank you, Mr. Keisha. All right. Okay, good. So next up is, so let's move from that question and let's go back to our functions that we started yesterday. Functions questions, please become familiar with functions questions.
You didn't finish?
Yeah, we finished.
We doing them again?
No, oh, we didn't finish. We didn't finish. We didn't finish because it's three parts, you know. We did A, where we just had to substitute. We did B, where we had to find the um we had to find the value of X, and now we're gonna do this. You see how much points this is? Like literally, for one topic, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for one topic, right? So if it's one thing that you know, make sure that you know what you know. Make sure you know how to do functions, people. Because when that come in heavy. Make sure you're really familiar with it. Alright. Okay, so we found the value of x for which for which we get these outputs. Now we're gonna determine the expression h of f, and then it's only for 1 point, so I guess this shouldn't be long. Let's see how long it takes. So Let me first get our functions, and then we're going. This is the BJC essay question. Someone asked me for it yesterday. Should students be allowed should schools be allowed to host after school dances as fundraisers? Should they be allowed to do that? All right. Okay. Give me one moment.
Just see, Mr. Petit.
Pardon? Yeah, this is C. Oof. Nancy, how do you make it in track? Like, after practice, you sleep all day. Is she here? I wonder if she heard my question.
Probably sleeping again.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, so let's do this. So the idea here is
You called my name?
no, absolutely not. No. Ain't like you were sleeping again. No, that's not like that.
I'm so sorry.
Um,
I wasn't sleeping. I just was laying down, you know?
yeah. Certainly. But
Yeah, I just was laying far from the laptop. Yeah.
and then you could gas me up and tell me it ain't boring. I get
It
it.
is, man. I just sleepy and tired.
Anyway, okay, so this is h of f, right? That's how we read it. It's a composite function. Okay, it's a composite function. So when you see them together, right, we call it a composite function. Composite function. And when we say composite function, is Miss Reckley here? Composite function.
Yes, so
Okay, good. So a composite function is basically one function composed into another. All right. So composite function. So this is a composite function again. Let me just kind of give you some quick notes on that. I don't know if
you didn't give it us before.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I remember in that.
No, Marinette, they probably did. So it's a function composed within another function. So basically, it's a function within a function. So here you would have a parent function, and also a baby function. And as the name suggests, the baby function will be inside the parent function. Okay. The parent function is mentioned first. And the baby function is the second one. So in our case, we have a composite function.
Don't take it off, Mr. Petit.
Leave it down, okay. In our case, we have a composite function. And I'm going to show you what is the baby and what is the parent.
Wouldn't the parent be the H?
Yes.
I have it.
Okay, sure.
Hold on.
sec.
You said 1 sec? Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. BT.
Yes, sir.
If I was gonna ask you a question, right? When you were like in high school, right? What was like the hardest maths question you ever like come through? Like you had problems doing it. It took you
The
a
hardest
bit.
topic, you mean?
Yeah, the hardest problem you do.
When I was in grade 9, the hardest topic for me was higher purchase. I didn't understand that for nothing. Um, I didn't understand how you do that. Like, our teacher would explain, explain, it still didn't make sense to me. So higher purchase was the hardest one. And then in grade 12 and 11, I had a hard time with percentages, man. Like, percentages used to really do me in. And then percentage word problems used to really do me in. And then, um, what also was difficult, the first time we learned inequalities, I didn't, graphing inequalities, I really didn't understand that. And then quadratic equations, when we remember how we did the x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b
Yes,
squared
sir.
minus 4ac over 2a. The first time our teacher did that, he only did like 1 or 2 examples, and I didn't understand that really and fully. Yeah, those were the topics. But other than that,
I could relate.
So how you got good in it? How you get good in it?
practice. I just seeing a lot more questions really helped me. Like, that's what really helped me to get stronger. Seeing a whole lot more and going through the examples, and not just examples, the practice questions, and seeing it again and again and again and again and again really helped to solidify it. That's what helped me. So
I could relate to you to the higher purchase because it's too much formulas.
yeah,
I
yeah.
finished Mr. D.
There's a lot of formulas for higher purchase. Like, I didn't understand the formulas. I'm like, what monthly rate? What is a rate? And times that by this. It's like, okay, I don't know how you do that. But um, eventually, when you understand, try to I don't know how much, because I mean your exam right around the corner. Excuse me, but as much as you possibly could, try to, especially this advice is best for people who doing BJC. Like, if you're in BJC right now, you're at a good position. Like, for those who are in grade 12 or who in the Bgcse, they ain't really, this advice ain't really for you because you're on your way out. But for those people who have a lot more maths to do, what I would say to you is, number one, try to understand what is happening. Ask a lot of questions if you don't understand it, because whatever you do not understand, it can come back to hunt you. So if you're in grade 9, you still have one more major exam to go. That's the Bgcse. Make sure you understand everything your teacher do, right? Because it's only gonna get harder and more complicated. Why they put the x to the 1? Why it's to the power? What is this? Why we dividing it? Ask a whole bunch of questions. Make sure you understand what's happening. Because I promise you, once you understand it, you wouldn't even need the formula. Okay, and try to see as much questions as you possibly can on the thing. You know, that's what I would say. But for those people who are doing Bgcse and you have to hurry up, prepare for this exam, boy, you only have a short amount of time. And so you're really trying to focus on saying as much questions as you can, taking things as it is. Whatever you don't quite understand, still move on. Because your exam right around the corner. But if you're in grade 9, really try to understand everything because it's gonna help you a whole lot, right?
So, Miss Petite, how you understand how to do the higher purchase?
How I understood, I didn't even realize when I understood it. It just was it just was first of all, I didn't understand what was higher purchase at all. I didn't understand about deposit and give it first. So I didn't have the real world understanding of it first to begin with. And so that's what really was being a problem to me. And plus, my percentages was a mess. So I didn't really understand percentages too. So that also was a problem in doing higher purchase. Because then, you need to find the percentage discount of something or something like that. So, sorry, to put the percentage on the down payment. And so, yeah. But
So, Monsieur,
go ahead.
so from Mr. Petit, you say your greatest advice is to ask questions
Ask for
to the
real.
teacher.
I promise you, I'm right.
So, Ray, my math teacher ain't like that. If you ask too much questions to him, he'll get annoyed. So, pray for me, please.
I will pray. You be on the top of my prayer list. But you all have it good because you have YouTube there, YouTube University. That, oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how much YouTube helped me. I cannot tell you how much YouTube helped me. Oh my, YouTube helped me more than my lectures in COB. Like, if it wasn't for YouTube, my friend, I wouldn't have finished. Like, oh boy, YouTube helped a lot. So if you have a topic, go to YouTube. Just put in the topic, and whatever come on it, learn it. Start from beginning to end, and they give you a whole lot of examples, to really help. What's that?
Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah, use YouTube. Okay, so the charts below show the weight of students, but you have to see plenty
That's my
examples.
thing. I thought you was gonna finish doing number 12.
We haven't finished that.
No.
We haven't. Oh my! Look
We
out!
just talking.
The guy move on number 12. That wasn't intentional, by the way. Thank you. Yeah. So this is a composite function. So which one is the parent? Which one is the baby?
H is the parent and F is the baby.
Yeah. So H is the parent, and F is the baby. And how do we know that?
Because the parent comes first.
Yeah, the parent comes first. Okay. Now the way how they write this function is a funny way, right? We don't we don't usually write functions like this. Like they write it in a funny way. They have F with colon X arrow. Like we don't usually write functions like this. It depends on the style. Like my African teacher, he used to write his functions like this. But all the Bahamian teachers never used to write their functions like this, right? It depends on the style, like, but there's an easier way to write functions in a way that it makes sense. So the American way, if I want to use that word, the way that you see it normally in American text is not like this. Like, we don't really, not that this is wrong, it's more complicated than it can be. The way how we would write this composite function, it's written in a way that you actually see that it's a composite function.
Can I leave and come back for like 4 minutes?
Sure, no problem. So we have H. So I'm gonna write this again, but I'm gonna write it in a way that is more, in my opinion, more easier to understand. So H of F. So F is the baby. So H of F of X. Okay, and so this is, now you can clearly see that F is inside H. You see it, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So this is H of F, right? So F is the baby, H is the parent. You can clearly see that. And so what this basically means is that we're going to take H, the function H. Remember, the function H is simply, we know H of X, right? H of X equals 5X, right? That's the function, right? That's how we would normally write a function. H of X is equal to 5X. They use the arrow and stuff, which is one way to write it, but this is the more common way.
So we use brackets and
yeah, we use brackets. So H of X equals 5X. So here, wherever we see X, we're gonna put F of X. Again, wherever we see x, we're gonna put f of x. So we see we see x here, so we replace it with f of x. And where else do we see f? I mean x, sorry.
On the 5.
Yeah, on the 5, right, as the base. I mean as the power. And so and so we have 5 to the power of f of x. So we're replacing x with f of x. Okay. Right, replacing that with f of x. And that's gonna be equal to, now what is f of x? What is f of x? What is the function f? What is
Oh,
function f? Go ahead.
you said a function what?
What is the function f?
It's 7 minus
7.
x.
7 minus x. Very good. 7 minus x. And so we're gonna take f of x and write, instead of writing f of x, we know that f of x is 7 minus x. So we're just gonna put 7 minus x. Okay, and that's it. Okay, that's all we did. All we did was we took our function f, we put it inside h. And so we know that the function h, sorry, is 5 to the x. But wherever we see x, we're not using x no more. We're using f of x, because that's what's inside of h now, not x. And so we're replacing x with f of x again. But we know that f of x is 7 minus x, and so that's what we do. All right, and so this is our answer here.
That's what it. We using that thing above, right?
This, right?
The
The
the one would say determine the expression for, and then the one under that. We using that or
this?
yeah?
Yeah, this is exactly this. I just wrote it different.
So what we do for that one again?
This?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly what I have here. All we do is we put f of x inside of h, because like I said, f of x is the baby function, and so the parent function is h. And so what we do is we wherever we see x, we put f of x, and then we replace the numerical value of f of x, or sorry, the expression of f of x, for it right here on top of the 5. Okay. So we have this function 5 to the power of 5 minus x, and this is actually a composite function made up of 2 functions, h, that's where you get the 5 from, and f, that's where you get the 7 minus x from. Okay, so all we do is we put f inside h, and we write explicitly what f is. Okay, any questions on that?
I don't get it.
You don't get it. Okay, I think another example would help you. So it's very straightforward and deep. So if perchance, right? If perchance f of x was, say, let's just say it's equal to 2 plus x, right? And let's say that h of x is equal to 7 to the power of x. And I told you, Nancy, to tell me what is h to the power of, not h to the power of, but what is h of f of x, right? How would you go about doing that? What would it be?
This is it. I ain't understanding this.
I can give it a try.
I want Nancy to do it. I want Nancy to do it. If she get it wrong, then you go one.
You say we're looking for h, right?
H of f of x. So this is a composite function. The function f is inside h. So how would we write that?
Will you put h, f, and then put, bracket x? Okay, h to the power f, open bracket x?
No, definitely not.
Well, I don't get it. It just don't make sense.
Okay, no problem. One, help out. What will we do?
I can be wrong. 7 to the power 2 plus x.
Very good, that's all. So remember, h of x is what we're looking at. This is the original function. But remember, we're replacing x with f of x. So wherever we see x, we put an f of x. That's all we're doing. Alright? So replacing x with f of x. Okay? So wherever we see x for h in h, we put an f of x. So let's do that. So remember that it was, let me erase this. Remember that it was h of x, but Nancy, instead of writing x.
Don't take it down, take it off.
Wait. I write it
I
again.
won't write the example.
Yeah, I write it again. So remember, Nancy, it was h of x, but remember we're not using x anymore. So what will we have? Let's go, Nancy.
I don't know.
No. Don't tell me you don't know. It was h of x, and I tell you we ain't using x no more. We're using f of x. So what would it be?
I'm so confused. Would you use the 2 plus x or something?
No. Just focus on this one. So remember, it was h of x, right? So we ain't using x no more. So f of x. So what we gonna write here?
No.
Look at this. What did we write?
You write f. You. I don't know what I'm looking at, Mr. D.
You're looking at this. Math is easy. Don't make it hard. Okay?
I'm really confused.
You're looking
I don't know what I'm looking at, honestly.
You're looking at this, Nancy. Look, h of x. We are not using x anymore. We're using f of x, right? So wherever you see x in this formula, you're not going to put x. You're going to put f of x, right? Literally.
Okay, why we putting f of x again?
Because f of x is the baby function. You're putting it inside the parent.
It's all only f.
That's what I'm saying. F is the baby function. But you can't just say f. It's f of x. Right? So
where did x come from?
Because the function f is dependent on x. You can't have a function that doesn't depend on another variable. Like you can't just say f by itself. F is a function. It gives output when given an input. So you can't just say f. You have to say f of something, right? And so that's that's why we have f of x. So what I'm saying, Nancy, is that what is this interesting? This thing only for 1 point. And they're killing us like this.
Mr. Petit, let's not waste your time, please. I didn't make my mind up that if this come, I skipping it. So
No. You can skip 12 points.
I didn't make up my mind. Let's keep rolling.
So we have x here. And since we have x here, we are saying that we want f to be the baby. And so if f is the baby, wherever we see x in the equation or in the formula, we put f of x. And so that means that we'll have h, the function h, right? Open bracket, what goes inside? And someone tell me what goes inside.
F of x.
F of x. Very good, Miss Cooper. F of x. Right? Good, because it's the baby function. Close bracket. Now, again, wherever we see x, we must put what?
F of x.
F of x. So it's going to be 7 to the power of what?
F of x.
F of x. Very good. Simple stuff.
Where does 7 come from now?
The 7 comes from how the function is defined. We define h of x as 7 to the x. Here, in this example, we define it as 5 to the x. But in this example, I define it as 7 to the x.
So you make that one up?
I make this one up. Yeah, this is an example.
Okay.
Okay. And so what is f of x? Based on our equation, based on our definition of the function. What is f of x?
We made 7 or something?
F of x. What is that?
2 plus x?
2 plus x. Way to go. Good. So it's going to be 7 to the power of what?
2 plus x.
2 plus x. Now, if someone tell me this hard, I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
How? All we literally did was took wherever we see x, we put f of x. Literally, that's all we did. And we know that what f of x is. F of x is 2 plus x. That's it. Bam. Let me do another one. Okay, let me do another one.
Don't take it off, Mr. Badi.
Sure, no problem. Let me do another one.
Okay, I have one more question.
Go ahead.
For the example above, right? I get the power, but when you put equals to 5 and then 7 minus x, where that come in?
Where you get the 2 from?
The 2, what you mean? The 2 plus x?
Yeah, so.
Because that's what f is. F is defined as 2 plus x. So all we did was f of x is 2 plus x. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, where you get that from for the 5?
For this one, we know f of x is defined as 7 minus x. That's what f of x is. So if you put it there.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Math is easy.
Oh my god, that was low.
Math is easy. Don't make it hard. Hear it, Nancy?
I'm still confused. Where y'all finding this?
Oh my goodness. Go ahead, Kennedy.
Like, first of all, how you get the 5?
How I get the 5? Okay. Always remember, I like how you're thinking. You're thinking, you know,
Very slow. I apologize.
No, not very slow. It's just a new way of thinking. You know, it's just like you. You know, you'd be like, where you get that from it? Where you get that from it? How you get that? No. When you reach to this level, Mark, you could define stuff as is. Like you could say, this is what I want it to be. You understand where I come from? So it ain't like we compute, define a way to get 5. No. We said.
Oh, I see where you're looking at. Oh, I look at the wrong piece.
Yeah, we're looking at these. We said that h of x is 5 to the x. That's what we say. And we say that f of x is 7 minus x. That's what we say. We said it so. And so since that's the case, we need to use it. So h of f of x, remember f of x is a baby function. And like I said, all you need to do is go to this equation. Wherever you see x, put f of x. So you see x right there, you put f of x. You see x right there, you put f of x. So we left with h of f of x equals 5 to the power of f of x. What is f of x? F of x is simply 7 minus x. Okay?
So they basically saying that you have to use both of these.
And put them together and combine them.
Wow.
Okay, all right. I get it in a way.
Yeah.
I get it.
Let me give you another example, and this could help you work on it. They help you understand it. Oh, a lot of people are. Oh, let me take the register one time. Boy, I don't know, Nancy. When I turn the paper 3, everybody's legs buckling. Ah,
It's another paper.
it's a new day, they say. And when I reach the Bgcse papers, everybody, yeah, +2, negative, minus, yeah, Miss Petit,
It's the
minus that.
petite. You ever got half of them ain't even gonna sit paper tree. It's only a handful of us.
On your hand.
Is it easy?
Ah, very good. I love it, Miss Cooper. Miss Cooper said easy.
That
Thank
wasn't me.
That wasn't even hard, eh? Thank you.
I said that wasn't me.
Oh, you say that wasn't you. I don't say it wasn't you. Come on, Miss Cooper.
That's me.
Oh, okay. So h of x. Let's let's define h of x as say say 6 to the power of x, and then we're gonna define f of x as f of x is going to be 3 plus x. Okay, so my question is, what is h of f of x? What is it?
3? What did you say?
No.
10.
No. 1. Help them out.
I could be wrong. I think it's 6 to the power 3 plus x.
That's correct. That's correct. Okay, so how did he get that? Remember, wherever we see x, we put what? F of x. Okay? Wherever we see x, we put f of x. So it's going to be h, open bracket, f of x, not x, f of x. Alright. Close bracket. Equal to 6 to the power of what? Someone help me out.
F of x?
F of x. And what is f of x? We saw
3 plus x.
3 plus x. So 6 to the power of 3 plus x.
The way I understand this, right, is that what is equal to 6, and you just put x on there.
Yeah, so you basically just take in this and put it to the power of 6. That's all.
I get it now.
Yeah. Okay, pretty simple stuff.
Don't take it off.
Okay, no problem. Now, in terms of composite functions, this is one of the easiest questions they could give you all in terms of composite functions, because it gets way more nasty than this.
Oh boy.
No, it
That
really
ain't
does.
cool, man. That ain't cool.
It really does. But Bgcse and Bgcse is very, very easy. They don't ask the hard questions.
I have it.
And so you got a good advantage to really do well if you know what you're doing.
What you say, Bgcse?
Both exams don't ask hard questions. Their questions to be so easy. They're not out to kill you. That's one thing I can say about them exam. All
They
right.
coming to murder you.
No, not at all. They just come to make you smile in the exam. All right. So the chart below shows the weight of the students on the boys soccer team. Everybody should be familiar with this question. So we have Colin, 47 kilograms, Matthew, 35, Peter, 43, Eric, 38, Christopher, 40, Alexander, 38, Jonathan, 45, and Samuel, 34.
I was just about to say, if that was in pounds, then the German light.
No, you had to convert it in order to get pounds. It's different.
I'm saying I thought it was pounds, but then when I saw it wasn't pounds, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's in kilograms. Alright, so yeah. So they asked what is the modal weight of the team? When we say modal weight, what do we mean?
The most?
The most popular value.
Most occurring.
Yeah, the most frequent value. So that's gonna be what?
38.
Yeah, 38. I don't see nothing that comes more than 38. 38 appears twice. Who has 38?
Alexander and Eric.
Yeah, Alexander and Eric. Eric?
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Are you come back to other questions?
Yeah, I come back to them.
All right.
Yeah, come back to them. So the modal weight is 38. All right. So that's the first
I'm finished showing it.
So the modal weight, the modal weight on a mode is the number that appears the most, we say the most popular value in the data set, the most frequent value, that's the mode or the modal. Okay, and the good thing that they
I remember that thing what you just say.
What did I say?
Well, you say when you think of mode, you just think of like most.
I said that?
Yes, you did.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you remembered.
You just said that.
I said it just now?
No, not just now, but you just said it the other day. How you forget that already?
Oh, okay. Okay, so the good thing is that they give us the units. The units is kilograms, so let me say help you out. So that you won't be penalized for not having the units. So that's a good help. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Where are we? What is the mean weight of the team? Okay, so the mean. When we say mean, what do we mean? That's interesting, right? Look at it. When we say mean, what do we mean? Now, don't.
I get it. Yeah, you guys are acting on.
Yeah, don't bring that to your school now. Like, that's copyright. Copyrighted. Copyrighted. Y'all don't get it. Anyway, let me stop making these jokes. I guess they ain't.
It was a corny joke, but I get it.
Mr. T, what the first question was, I didn't get it. I was trying to go.
What is the modal weight of the team? And the second question is, what is the mean weight of the team? I give you all a minute, 2 minutes to answer this question.
Add 30 more seconds to that, please.
Okay, so just 30 seconds. I understand. No problem.
No.
Yeah, the mean, right? So quickly do it. Like, I'm ready back. Give me like 1 minute.
I have my answer.
All right.
I have my answer.
Okay, which answers?
320.
320?
Yeah, that's the right
You gotta divide that.
Yeah, you have to divide that. That can't be right.
answer. Wait,
So, the mean is...
273?
I'm sorry. No, it can't be that big.
No, I didn't divide yet.
Oh, what you get?
34.
Oh, 34. Okay. That sounds right. So, mean weight is going to be equal to... So, the mean is the average. Okay, so that's some symbols, this thing. Okay.
Oh, so this mean range and thing like that?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mean, median, mode, and range and stuff. So we have 47 plus 35 plus 43 plus 38 plus 40 plus 38 plus 45.
The range is 13.
Wait,
I believe that's
I don't think we
the
asked for range yet.
oh.
35, 34. 47, 35, 43, 38, 40, 38, 45, and 34. Okay, so we put kg behind them.
Got 320 overall
320 when you sum them all up.
for the adding.
Okay,
For the adding, I get 220 as well.
okay, very good.
Thank you.
How much numbers it is in total? 1,
8.
8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, I notice what y'all like. Let me get the functions. Everybody mode pin up. Pin, can't have pin drop in this class. And while Nancy snores in the background.
I have 40.
Oh, I forgot another question.
I get 40 for when I divide.
So 40 when you divide.
I agree.
She agree. Oh no. Once we have Kennedy agree, that's it. It's finished. It is done. You might say Kennedy the bike. Right, Kennedy?
Exactly. I can mark it one time.
Talking one time.
Don't forget, we got health and religion. I mean, social and religion.
Oh, yeah. Okay, alright. That's true, you know. Y'all still trust in Lionel? I know Lionel.
No.
I can trust him.
No, because I forgot. So I got I didn't add another number.
No, we talking about social.
Not me.
We talking about social.
I don't.
Can they trust you? They trust you today, Lionel?
I guess.
Nope.
I got trust in
I
him.
wouldn't trust Lionel. After our first thing wrong.
The same that we get wrong is because I ain't right just
I wouldn't
now.
trust Lionel. But you gotta give Lionel his credit because Lionel did get some right.
When?
Yes. Forget it. Lionel, look how they try to throw you under the bus.
Okay, I forget, but see, I know.
Miss Google.
Never.
Yes, ma'am. I know you Miss Google. 320 kilograms divided by 8. But we can't bring our social studies problems to these delicate minds. You can leave that to when we start our rocking and rolling. Okay, so good. So we have 320 and divided by 8 is 40. I don't even know why I do that. Kennedy already said 40. Like, why am I still calculating? Hey, Kennedy, why am I still calculating?
You don't have no trust in me.
I don't know why I'm still calculating. Man, Kennedy ready. Said it. It is finished. It is done. Alright, so it's 40 kilograms. So that's the mean weight. Any questions on how to do this?
No, sir.
If it's one question, you should get right on the exam, people. man. It's this. Alright. All I want to ask, Mr. Petit, guess what they bring? Mean median mode, and I get all right. Oh, I can't wait till August, boy. To see these letters. These great.
I do mean median wage and mode in like a while, so.
Oh, okay, so that's why it's kind of rusty. But mode is the number that occurs the most. We saw that already. That is the 38. Mean is we sum them all up and then we divide them by 8 by the number. Which boy has the same weight as the mean of the team? Which boy has the same weight as the mean of the team?
Christopher.
You remember the name?
I think she wrote it down. So.
Yeah, I did.
I feel slow. Okay, good job.
Miss Cooper actually writes stuff down. She's one of the people who actually does that. That's why she could do well. Alright. Which boy has the same weight? Which boy has the same weight as the mean of the team? We know the mean of the team is 40. And so Christopher has the weight of 40. So the answer is 40. Anyone know anyone who has these names? Like, you know.
I know a Jonathan, a Colin,
Jonathan.
a Christopher.
No, after name Samuel.
I know a Samuel, I know a Jonathan, I know a Christopher, I know a Alexander, I know a Eric, we have a Colin in this class. I do not know a Martin, I do not know a Peter.
I know everybody except
I know a Matthew. I know a Matthew. Only one who I don't know is a Peter.
I don't know a Peter or Eric or Matthew and Samuel.
Okay.
Can you go back on question A and B, please?
Okay, no problem. Christophe. Okay, so Christopher. Alright, so send in the notes for me, please. We haven't been sending notes, so please send in your notes. Wow, time is flying, man. It's already 7:20.
No.
Miss Petit?
Yes, sir. Oh,
Question A.
my bad. Please send in notes for me, please. Based on what we have done so far.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, I have a question for BJC marking. Have you ever done BJC marking before?
Me? No, I haven't done BJC marking. And I don't I don't want to do it either. I want to do it and I don't want to do it. It's like, you know, that kind of way.
Because if you mark my school on, you'll be crying in disappointment. I'm just saying.
Why you say that? Why you say that? You know,
when it comes to us, when St. Anne students don't study, they think when they think out of their head, they think out of their head.
No, for real though.
St. Anne's the Great, though.
Can you go back on B, please?
St. Anne's the Great, man. Y'all school only is stupid stuff.
I guess.
Some teachers has been marking things wrong.
Mr. PT, you know what's funny about St. John? When we in class, the teachers be complaining about us doing bad class work. But when it's the BJC or the exam, we always passing them. Majority of the class always passing.
Wow. I think it's because they always push you all above, so y'all already above average. So so when it comes to the national exam, they mark it on a curve. So y'all would be up in the top curve. Because even with maths, I remember with my teacher, every time she would give us a mock, I wouldn't do good at all. And when she gave us the mock and I wouldn't do good, I'm like, boy, when the BJC come, I know what's gonna happen, man. And then when the BJC come, we got an A. So I don't know, for some reason, yes, it's turned out good. So
I don't like St. John's no more. I'm sorry, Lionel. I don't like them no more.
Oh wow. But
My
since
teacher compared us to them, saying that they better. I cried. My
wow, well, there it is. Okay. All right. So where are we, Christopher? Okay, good. All right. So let's move on. This blank screen. Look kind of nicely. Just blank. Open mind. Open canvas. All right. All right. So let's go back to our function within the function. Where's Nancy? And she could say, um, um, can you go over that? I didn't understand that.
you had the voice on point.
Yeah.
Oh, what? When she watched this video, she gave me a lot.
She in class.
She ain't there. She you know how she go. She in there, but she ain't in there. Like, she probably on a second now.
Correct.
In third dream. Second now, third dream. Second
Why
now.
you was showing me under the bus and trying to stay unsure? Miss Missy, you gotta stop doing that. I do not want to swim. You just do that to me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nancy. Oh, you're here. I said to make sure it's
I was listening to
you
the entire
listen. You
class.
listen. We ain't said nothing. We ain't
What
said
you want me to say?
All right, once you hear and you pay attention, that's
Miss Missy, okay, it's war now. Don't know.
it's war. Wow. Wow, how I get myself in war? I lose already, okay? I surrender. White fly. All right. mm, okay, so which one is the parent? Which one is the baby?
G is the parent, H is the baby.
You said
First, G is the parent, H is the baby.
okay. Jeez, how you know that?
This is the first one.
Good. All right. So G is the parent. Where are we? Where is this? So G is the parent and H is the baby. All right. So we need to put H inside of. Where are we? Need to put H inside of.
G.
There we go.
And H inside of X.
No. No. That X.
Yes.
That X is only for. It's only for notation purposes. Like how we really write it is, like I told you before. We say G of H, and H is already inside of G. There we go.
Also, I was trying to say like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, X is already inside of H anyway. Okay, good. So remember that the function g of x is a quadratic equation, so a quadratic expression. So g of x is x squared, and then h of x is an exponential function, and that's equals to 5 to the power of x, right? Oh, I forget. That I need to write h of x in blue. It's just to keep the color coordination going. Baby blue.
I have a question, Mr. Vicky.
Go ahead, my dear.
Okay, the arrows, right? The arrows same as the equal sign.
The
The arrows.
arrows just mean this is another way to write it. That's all the arrows mean. Okay.
I mean in the functions, not the ones you write.
Say it again. The arrows.
Yeah, these arrows. Do they mean like the equal sign
Yeah,
or
they mean
they?
equal sign. Yeah, they mean
Okay.
that we define it as. Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. I'm glad that you picked that up. I'm glad that you picked that up. So it's gonna be equal to um
5 x power.
5 to the x power. 5 to the x power. Very good, Miss Kennedy. Wow, you are gonna roll in the night.
Yeah.
Good. So compared to some people I know. So so
Oh boy.
I call it no names. Okay, so
Mr. Petit, don't worry, we can soon
I am
touch our
so
separate ways in a couple of good months.
I call no names. I said I'm not calling any names. Okay. Okay, so G is first. So we need to basically take 5 to the power of x and put it in G. That's what basically you need to do. Alright? So 5x and put it in G. So what we basically doing is that wherever we see x, we have to put h of x. So wherever we see x, we put h of x. So we put h of x here, and we have to put h of x here. Right? So it's gonna be equal to in bracket h of x all squared. It's gonna be equal to h of x is 5 to the power of x all squared. What do we do when we have powers? What do we do with powers when we have them?
Multiply the powers.
It's gonna be equal to 5 to the power of.
Specifically, I have a question. Like how it have 5 to the power of x, right? Like how it have x there, you wouldn't change it to h of x.
Say it again.
Like how it have x there, you wouldn't change it to h of x, or just leave it.
Like how I have what?
How you have 5 to the power of x all squared, you wouldn't change the x to
No. We already did that. We already took h of x and set it equal to itself. So we already did h of x equals to that. So we're not replacing this one. Alright? We only replace it with g, because g is the parent. You can't, like, the baby ain't gonna have another baby. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah.
So you only replacing it with the parent or g?
Yeah, when you replacing it with g. So did everyone see what happened here? All we did was we placed 5x inside of g. That's what we did. Okay, that's what we did. We placed 5 to the power of x inside of g to give us 5 to the power of 2x. Any questions on this? Let me know.
Surprisingly, no.
I understand it.
Alright, that's good. Nancy, any questions?
I understand it.
Wow. Right.
So the main idea of function is like substituting. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's the big idea of functions.
Okay.
Function, right? All right. All right, let me give y'all another one, right, if y'all don't mind.
It's pretty. Why you so hard?
Please. Why?
Don't take it off.
Now, did you say?
Why are you so hard on me alone?
Nobody.
I'm not hard on you, Nancy.
We want you to pass.
I'm not hard on you.
At least do like 5 times 15.
5 times 15? Why would we do 5 times 15?
That's the next question.
5 times 15 would be too easy, man. Okay, so let's do another one. Nancy, just pull in your leg. I feel you're the only one who I could pull onto your leg and you wouldn't get offended. So that's why. Anyone else? I'll be in the lawsuit and stuff like that. So I'm like, gee, let me be careful. But you're alright, so that's why I pull on your leg so much. Okay, so let's say if we had G of X.
You don't think that could be one out eventually?
Hey, I can try my hand until it yuck off. No, but your leg is track legs. They ain't getting worn out. They gotta win Olympics first, at least. Alright. Alright. What you run, Nancy? Like what how much like the meters that you specialize in? Like are you like a sprinter or like 800, 400? Like what you do?
I do hurdles and sprints, basically sprint hurdles.
Sprint hurdles. So
Yeah.
like
Sprints, but then my coach decides. It depends on my mental mindset when I do hurdles.
oh, okay. So like you mean like a 100?
1 and 2, and then 1 hurdles.
Okay. So but you don't do like regular races like
Isn't 1 and 2 regular races?
oh so you so you do 100 and 200? Wow. What's your time on the 100?
You could look up online. I guess all the Himalayas have a profile.
Oh my goodness, Nancy, you right here?
Lord have me.
I'm gonna be that difficult because you're that difficult with me.
Nancy, wow. Oh, it's not the center profile now. Come on. Okay, do this example. Where if g of x is x squared and h is x to the power of x, what would be g of h? Like what would be that? What would be this is an example? What would be g of h? Okay.
What you ask me,
Yeah, what would be g of h if we change the function? So if I say our function g is x squared and h is 8 to the power of x, what would be g of h? Okay. So tackle that for me.
Would it be G open bracket H and then bracket again X close bracket bracket?
I think I got. I don't know it right.
Okay, finish it up.
Am I right?
I want you to finish it.
Oh, finish the entire thing.
Yeah, finish the entire thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then after that, you.
Yeah, and then we'll do it together.
And then you put 8x in bracket to the power of x squared or times x squared.
Continue.
I'm so warm.
Oh, I'll just continue. I'll see where you end up.
8 o'clock we doing health and general science, right?
No, 8 o'clock we doing social studies and religious. We did health in general on Tuesday.
I think I have an answer.
Go ahead.
I got some.
I have G, open bracket, H, another bracket, X, another bracket, equals to bracket, H, bracket, X, another bracket, and then squared is equal to 8 to the X bracket squared, which is equal to 8 to the power of 2X.
How many people?
Miss Petite Cooper's had an answer and I did, but you didn't say anything, so we figured your internet tap out, I guess.
Say it again. She gave an answer and what?
We think that you didn't hear it.
Oh, I was distracted. Sorry, I was distracted. I had the boss a little non-serious just now.
You see?
Where are we
So
now?
The way Miss Petite soon, very soon, we will no longer be in the state.
No man, I still want you to heal up. Hey, Mr. Petite, how is going? Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Yeah, so I think that y'all got it, but I wasn't paying attention much. So if you got it, this is it. I'm not assuming supposed to be doing FA. It's H.
I can tell you if I get what you get.
Okay, good. Tell me if you get what we get. Good. H. So G of H of X. That's gonna be good, and then it's gonna be okay, so we need to replace this X with 8X, right? So it's gonna be
Yes, so.
it's gonna be 8X all to the power of 2, and so it's gonna be equal to what?
8 to the power of 2x.
8 to the power of 2x.
I did it.
You got that?
Yes, I did.
Wow. I'm so
I was
proud.
following the equation of the first one.
And yeah, I'm so proud.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Very good. I love it. Awesome. Okay. Anyone else got it?
I got it.
Yeah, I got it. If only you were listening earlier to when we were explaining.
I thought I was wrong because he just goes out.
One more example for the road.
One more example for the road? Okay, no problem.
Okay.
All right. You know, these examples could get interesting.
On second thought, we don't need no more.
On second. So g of x is going to be equal to, let's say we have g of x equal to,
Mr. Petit, okay, serious note that you told me that a couple of weeks ago you was going to send me something for biology.
yeah, you told me that you was following the gentleman, and then we
Yes, no, but I still would love to have my information being sent. You know, the one you told me is going to send, you know, a long time ago. Long time ago.
What I'll do is like I told you, if you because I have the solutions to all the papers up until 2019. So from 2010 to 2019.
You can send them to me?
I can't send them until you do it first. I can't. That's why I want you to attempt it. So I have the answers for paper 1, 2, and 3, right? All. And so like I said, if you attempt it, so I can see where you is, what you're doing, and so at least you get a feel for it, see how much you know too. You know what I mean? I don't think it would be beneficial just to send you the answers. So what I will do is once you send me anywhere any thing from paper 1, 2, and 3 from 2010 to 2019, then I'll send you the solution so you can check it over.
Okay, I can send you one this weekend and we'll try to cover these 2 papers.
Yeah, sure.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, no problem. So h of x is going to be equal to let's say 9 to the power of x. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. So with this in mind, tell me what is gh of x?
I have an answer, but tea is sweet.
Hurry now. I'm waiting for you all to finish.
I have an answer.
Okay. Give the other ones a chance to finish. Okay, so let's do it. Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so let's do it. So we have so we want g of g of, sorry, my bad. So we know that g is x to the third power. That's what we know. And we know that h of x is that h of x is gonna be equal to 9x. And so what we need to do is we need to figure out what is g of h. So we need to put h inside of g. Alright? Okay, so g of h of x. And so this is gonna be so h of x is 9x. Okay, so it's gonna be 9 to the power of x, all to the power of what?
Three.
All to the power of 3. Yeah. And this is gonna be equal to, remember what do we do with the exponents?
Multiply them.
Multiply.
Good. It's gonna be equal to 9 times, say 9 to the power of
Yes.
3 times x.
Okay, I get that.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so that's awesome. That's for Kennedy. Kennedy say one more for the road, so that's us.
I understand now.
Yeah, that's good. I can tell you with maths, all you
I
need to
got
do
it
now,
right.
right? Awesome. Awesome, Nancy. With maths,
You finally get it.
we ain't going down rabbit hole. We ain't going down that rabbit hole.
See, this is what. Trust me. After a couple months there, no one is even no more. Trust me, that's it. We are separating.
I said we get it, not just you.
Okay, good. I think we have time for one more. We have time.
I say one more for the road. I didn't say all this.
Now, when I
I
mean one more,
swear.
I mean like one more question, but not the same type.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Plot. They want us to plot and stuff. Well, we know we ain't doing that tonight. But it's a good question though. Very good question.
It's 8 o'clock. We can move on, please.
It ain't 8 o'clock.
Girl, you get 8 more minutes.
We have about 8 more minutes.
You don't start social early?
No boy.
Yes,
We
I
don't
don't
do that.
want to do math.
We don't do that in this class. We don't start up that early. We carry the whole 3 hours. We don't play with that. If you can't take it, get some vitamins or something. we go until we're done.
I have vitamins. I just take one so I can keep up with this.
I'll take 3 more.
Start walking.
Oh,
Guys,
Can't we say start walking? Can't we say start walking? What other suggestions for this marathon?
drink water.
Take naps like Nancy. She's take like half-time naps. Take naps. No, don't follow that example.
she's take a lot of them.
That's a good example. What can I say? I just get water breaks, so.
Okay, I just take 2 more.
No, I'm just kidding. My goodness.
Maybe that's not healthy. Don't do that, yeah?
No, I'm supposed to actually take 3 a day, so yeah.
Okay. Marcy, I'm just kidding. Please. Urka, please. I just kidding with the vitamins, okay? Alright, 300.
She mashing that.
300 mangoes. Oh, mangoes. Who love mangoes a lot?
I love them.
Yeah, they know.
Damn, don't look like no mango to me.
Open your eyes, they mangoes. 300 mangoes were shared between Bob, Mary, and Jill in the ratio 2-3-1. How many mangoes did Bob receive? Okay, so we have, we basically have 5 equal parts, no, 6 equal parts. So we have these mangoes, all right? It's 300 of them. That's a lot of mangoes. So 300 mangoes were shared in 6 equal parts, and among 3 people: Bob, Mary, and Jill. All right. Bob got 2 equal parts, Mary got 3 equal parts, and Jill got 1 equal part. And so we want to figure out how many mangoes did Bob receive. In order to do that,
100.
100?
I agree.
200.
You got 100.
150.
100? Well, let's
Yes,
do it.
sir.
Okay, so in order to figure this out, there are 2 ways to do it. We could either do it the fraction way, or we could do it the 1 equal part way. So we can say, okay, what is 1 part? 1 equal part is going to be 300 divided by
6, you had to add, yeah.
let's add that. So 300 divided by, where's the percent?
5.
No, that's 5. 300 divided by, we have to add these numbers.
6.
2, 3, and
Yeah, I was about to say 6. I added wrong.
yeah. 2 plus 3 plus 1. So it's going to be equal to 300 divided by 6. Okay. And what is 300 divided by 6?
50.
50. That's Lakeisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good to hear your voice in this class. Hope you don't mind our what do you call it? In-house in-house quarrels. All right. Okay, so 1 equal part is equal to 50, but Bob got how much equal parts?
He got 100.
How much equal parts did he get?
2.
2 equal parts.
bad, too.
That Bob received is going to be equal to 2 equal parts. So if we know what 1 equal parts is, so if we want to figure out what is 2 equal parts, what must we do?
Multiply 50 times 2
Multiply 50 times 2. Very good. So it's going to be 50.
is 100.
100.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Cooper, don't start, please.
Pagdating, I have one headphones to the max.
Wills, 100. Okay, good. So it's going to be 100 mangoes. So the young man received 100 mangoes.
2 right. I would love to have one good 100 mango.
Say it again.
I would like to have one good 100 mango.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But the downside of having 100 mangoes like a rot.
Yeah, that's the downside. Unless you like,
Hey, with my daddy, he'll eat 50 of them one time, so we ain't gotta worry about them rotting.
and y'all think she joking, eh? Alright.
I ain't joking.
Mango ain't gonna last in my house. Between me and my mom.
I see we have some mango lovers in here.
You know, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I ain't about it though. No.
What?
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Yeah, man.
You're allergic to me.
Had a weird experience.
Whoever's allergic to mango in this class, y'all missing out big time.
Big time, big time.
They were saying, oh,
Trust me, I'm missing out. I experienced it. I lived it. I know.
Okay. Okay, how many more mangoes
it's 8.
than Bob did Mary received?
$50.
Yeah, 58 because she only received, she have 3 equal parts, right? So you
Yeah,
have 2 equal parts, and 1 equal part is
50. So
1 equal part is 50.
Yeah.
50 times 3?
50 times 3, and then you have to want to minus it by.
Yep.
So first we need to figure out how much Mary received. So amount Mary received is 3 equal parts. And 3 equal parts is going to be 3 times 3 times 50, which is what?
150.
150. And then we know now the amount that Bob received is equal to, we saw that was equal to 100. And so how many mangoes more did she get? It was 150 minus 100. That's equal to 50 mangoes. Okay.
well, good night, Mr. Potato. I'm heading out. It's
Well,
about that.
that's so quick, man, Nancy. It's like you just leaving, just gone. You won't even wait till I say okay, goodbye. You just like, I'll be like, oh man, like, you can't take this.
What even look goodbye, man?
All right, Nancy, we'll miss you. We'll talk to you next week.
That's it. Show up.
Don't forget the essay.
Don't forget the essay. Thank you so much. Don't forget the essay.
Mr. Potato, can we? No.
You know, can we? You know, can we? That's it.
I need one Nancy on too.
Yeah, and I want her specifically.
Miss Mitzi, you're not gonna read it out loud, don't you do? You will never see me again.
Oh my. All right. All right. So we have the. All right. So Okay. So how do we begin? Social studies. Social studies. Social studies. Should we begin with a quiz or should we begin with notes? Let's see.
Mr. T,
Notes. Yes, sir.
uh, at the end of the class session, I need to ask you some questions about my maths. The photos that I sent you, Dread.
The
The
You mean
photos that I sent you.
the work that you sent me?
Yeah.
I the pictures, right?
And you?
The pictures you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um. Oh my. Um. What they on?
Maths.
I mean, like, what subject? What topic?
Uh,
I say that because my cousin just called for me to pick him up from Brian practice, and so right after that, I'm gonna pick him up now.
all right then.
Now you could wait like 30 minutes after, or tomorrow I could mark them for you. It's up to you.
We do, Mr. Bati.
So, all right, I go here tomorrow then.
Yeah, I think yeah. Let me just look at them
As you
tomorrow.
say, we got a slide when we finish, right?
Yeah, right when I finish.
All
I can
right.
look at them and tomorrow definitely respond to them. I can make it my business to respond to them tomorrow.
We do, Mr. Bati. Don't forget when we
I
play.
ain't gonna forget. I ain't gonna forget. And my apologies up until now. Okay.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, now.
I didn't bring the books for the subject, but I gonna have to watch the video when I go tomorrow to write it.
You could use Thingram. You could use. Why don't you write them in your mark book for now?
Because I don't want them in my math book.
You don't want them in your mark book. You can just write them in your mark book and then just gonna.
That's too much of a mistake.
You're gonna put them in your mark book and then take the thing out and then slide it and then staple it to the regular book. You'll never learn the better way.
Mr. Petit, I rather write in my book.
You rather write in your book? You mean you rather duck writing for now? That's what you're trying to say. Mr. Petit, can I
Mr. Petit, I still have to write it anyway because like I watch the recording and write it.
Yeah, I know. But at least when you write it, it'll be calmer. You would have the speed right. That's what you're trying to avoid.
Not really.
Okay, so what we on? We on this is on static. Yeah, we did that quiz. This is on Bartholomew, Cape of Good Hope. Yeah, we did this already. Um, all right, so we're gonna start with number 16. This is unseen questions, so try your best. Try your best.
Well,
Where's Lionel? Lionel, please answer all the questions, okay?
Good afternoon.
All right, so the first question is, um, the blank between different countries is another reason why the various voyages took place at this time, which is the 15th century. Spain wanted to do blank than Portugal and vice versa. Since the map of Europe was now settled, no further territory could be gained there without going to blank.
I think B.
Think B.
B as in boy.
Anyone else?
Yes, please.
I would say A, I guess.
I don't know, man. I have like a feeling like it's B or C, but I think B.
Yeah, I go in Lionel D.
D or B?
D.
D? Why are you switching from B to D?
Because I have faith in Lionel.
I never said B, I said B.
Oh, he said B. Okay. So we going with B or D?
Wait. D. Yes, D.
D as in dog? Why you say D, Lionel?
Cause dog.
Why you saying D? Why you saying D? What make you feel
I
it?
don't know, man. For D, it makes a lot more sense. A, B, and C don't make no sense. Cause for A, Spain wanted to do worse than Portugal. That don't make no sense. And for B, since the map of Europe was now settled, no further territory could be gained there without going to Egypt. Not going to. Wait.
You're right though. D.
D? So you're gonna go with Lionel.
Yes, I have faith.
You have faith in Lionel. Lionel, they say they have faith in you. Let's go.
No! No way!
Let's go. All right, so let's move on.
Already A. I can see it.
Okay. If new lines could be discovered abroad, these could be added to the Spanish or Portuguese empires and hopefully increase the blank of their rulers.
The well?
A.
Say it again.
A as an apple.
A as an apples. We're gonna go with A. Not the wives, not their lords.
See, now you make me want to choose laws now.
Fall for Lionel is A.
Yes, please.
All right.
Whoa.
Okay, so it was A. I put this question twice. My apologies. All right. What? 4 times?
Jeez,
What am I
what?
doing?
That's a coincidence.
All right, good. Sorry. What did the Spanish and Portugal empires plan to do with the native lands of the new lands they would find, and why?
B. B.
B. Convert them to Christianity because this would please the Pope.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. I'm very sure.
Yeah.
You go with B. All right, so the answer is correct. I put this twice again. All right. What? I think this isn't done properly. Okay, good. Which is not one of the reasons why the European explorers went on long and daring journeys.
C. C as in cat.
Say cat. You know what you even say when you say cat?
I said cat.
Oh, I thought you say cat.
No.
It's C.
Okay. See?
Oh, jeez, 3-win streak.
It
Nice.
is it is C because they say what is this not one of the reasons why the European explorers went on the long daring journeys. They did went it to prove themselves as professional navigators. They did went on it to try to prove themselves rich through trade. They did went on it to try to convert heathens to Christianity, and they did went on to find new lands and become famous. They didn't go on it to become a shipwreck, certainly. You know what I mean? All right, I think I asked this question twice. So all in all, that
Time. It's gonna come.
all right.
Oh,
So that's
nice.
okay. Good stuff. All right. So I think we have time for one more. I hope. Oh, okay. That one isn't finished. Okay. So now it's time for notes. All right. So that was history number. What number that was? 16. Yeah. There we go. All right. 16. So take this notes down for me, please. It's based on the exercise that we just did. Let me open it up. 16. So let's set up properly. So today is Thursday, the 17th of March, 2022. Social Studies. All right. So we're just continuing on the we're just continuing on we're continuing on the beginning of European exploration. And so this is the notes that we have for this. Let me increase it. So just like we saw in our quiz, the rivalry between different countries, it was rivalry, okay? Another word for rivalry is, please write this down for me, it's the notes for the day. Another word for rivalry is strife, contention, competition. But the rivalry between different countries is another reason behind various voyages that took place at this time. So they're basically saying that the reason why you had a lot of exploration in the 15th century was the countries was basically rivaling against each other. They was basically competing against each other. Okay, who would reach to this land first? Who would reach to this land second? Who would reach to this land third? Who's gonna be the first one to, put their flag on this land and to own this land? And obviously, if you own the land, you own the resources of the land, all right? And you, of course, get more power, more wealth, and stuff. So the rivalry or the competition between different countries is another reason behind the various voyages that took place at this time. Spain wanted to do better than Portugal and vice versa. So like I said, that's the same thing with rivalry and competition. One country wanted to do better than the other. Since the map of Europe was now established, no further territory could be gained there without going to war. So basically, if they wanted to gain more territory or gain new territory within Europe, they would have to go to war. So the king's saying, we don't really want to go to war, right? Let's try find territory outside of where we live, outside of Europe, so that when we find it, there wouldn't be no war about it because we would be the first ones there. All right. And so, since the map of Europe was now established, no further territory could be there, gained there without going to war. If new lands could be discovered abroad, these could be added to Spanish or Portuguese Empire. So if they find new lands, well, there's several ways to own something. You could own something by inheriting it. You could own something by fighting for it, or you could own something by finding it first, right? So if you're the first one to find $5 on the floor, well, that's your $5. If you is the first one to find a certain piece of property, at least in that time, that's your property because you're the first one. No one claim it. No one know who owned it is. Ain't no one name on it. No papers to say this is XYZ. So it's your own because, well, you're the first one. And so, um, and so that's why these countries was fighting so fast or so much to be the first one to reach to certain places. Because if they're the first one, then that's their country. And you can imagine, you the first one, and the whole territory is yours, the whole country. That means if there's gold in that country, if there's land in that country, if there's people in that country, all that is yours. At least according to their idea. Also, if any natives were found in the new lands, when we say natives, what do we mean? Natives, if we say natives, what do we mean?
People who live on that island, or yeah.
People who inhabited those islands originally. Did they find natives on these islands? Did they find natives on these islands? When they went out to do the exploration, did they find natives?
I mean, every land should have like a native, so I'm gonna have to say yes. Like, there's no way that could be allowed without one person living on.
Well, that is a possibility, but for there to be allowed with no one there. But with with the land that they did see, there were natives, and in our case, for the Bahamas, the natives that they saw was the Lucayans, right? The Lucayans and Hawaiians, who were there before Christopher Columbus even come there. All right. Okay. So if any natives were found in the new lands, they could also be they could be converted to Christianity. This would please the Pope, right? And the Pope was a strong leader, highly regarded back in those days, and even now still regarded highly. Leader of the Catholic Church. And as for the explorers themselves, so they ain't just doing it. I mean, the king and stuff, they doing it for to increase their power and wealth and all of that. But then shoot, the explorers also the explorers also the explorers also had personal ego and certain stuff that they had to do, you know what I mean. um and so they had personal pride and personal ambition. They wanted to show themselves that, hey, listen, we could we could we could we are navigators, we are professionals, and I want to be the first navigator. I want, for their name, for their name and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They want to be great. And so the explorers themselves also had personal ambition too. They wanted to get rich too. Don't think them explorers is just there, oh, I just love the sea. I just love the smell of the ocean.
They going there for a profit.
No, buddy, they going there for profit, like you said. They going there for profit. They going there for profit, my friend. They wanted to prove themselves as professional navigators to show that they were capable of reaching all parts of the earth. Um, they wanted to get rich through trade. They were also religious men and considered it their God-given duty to convert Christianity any non-Christians or heathens that they found. Okay.
Can I leave?
We end at 9 o'clock.
You know. So I can't leave.
You're in prison until 9.
Uh, okay then.
All right, so let's move on to Okay. So we finish write this down. Let me know. Can we? Can I move this? Again, are we finished writing?
2 more
Yes, sir.
minutes.
I finished.
Say 2 more minutes. Okay.
I finished though.
No problem. Yeah. Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So let's move on to RK now. So for RK, what we did last was the temptations, right? And we talked about the temptations of who? Who was tempted?
Jesus.
Yes. He was tempted by whom?
The Lucifer, the devil,
Yes, by the devil. How much temptations did he
three
receive?
times.
3 times, right?
Boy.
3 times. The first one was what?
When he said he wanted him to turn he wanted him to turn something into bread, the stone into bread or
Stones into
something.
bread, yes.
Oh,
You're correct. What was Jesus' response?
I think
Man
Jesus
should not
rebuked
eat by
him, but
bread
he,
alone, but by the word of God.
Very good. Man should not live by bread alone, but by every word of God, right? Um, yeah, so that's how Christ answered that. Then there was a second temptation. What was that?
he was telling him to jump off something. He wanted him to jump off something, and he will have the world for himself. No, the devil will give him the buildings then.
You mixing up two into one. Like uh
Oh,
the second temptation.
His second temptation was to jump off the pinnacle. I think that would carry him on a pinnacle, and
Yeah,
that the angel come and save him if he's like God or whatever. Like he was testing.
yeah. Yeah, so the second one was certainly to um jump off the pinnacle. And Jesus said that you should not tempt the Lord thy God. And the final temptation was what?
when he had the devil said he'd give him all the buildings if he bow down and worship him.
Yes, yes. And Jesus said what?
Thou shalt not worship any other god.
Yes.
Bow down to any other god.
Yes, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. All right, and so that was that. What lessons we could learn from that account?
That when we get tempted in life, like we have to use scripture, use word to fight it off. Like if a thought come in our mind, we use scripture
Definitely,
to combat the devil and
definitely,
those negative thoughts.
definitely. I love it. And it shows us that we can be victorious over temptation. We don't have to give in. All right. Now today is a sad note, and I say it's a sad note because we're gonna be talking about the imprisonment. Okay, and we know what imprisonment means. What does that mean?
Being up,
Say it again.
being locked up.
Being locked up. So we're gonna talk about the imprisonment and then the death of John. And so this is gonna be a sad account because John was not only imprisoned, but he also died. We're gonna learn why he was imprisoned and what caused his death. Okay. Okay. So let's begin. I'm not gonna read the chapters. You could read the chapters on your own when you get in your own personal time. I'm just gonna give you the story. Okay. So Herod, who was king at the time. So take these notes for me. Had John taken and put into prison. So who put John in prison? Who took John and put him into prison?
King Herod.
King Herod. Now, why did Herod did this? Herod did this because John told him that it was not lawful or it was not right, okay, for him to be married to Herodias, who was his brother's wife. Can you imagine that? So Herod was married to his brother's wife. And John told him, say, hey, it's not right for you to do that. Now, Herodias got angry because of this, right? Herodias, the king's wife, was very angry at John and would have killed him. Can you imagine that? He would have get killed for just what he said. But she couldn't. But could not, because Herod feared the people. Well, this one say feared John, but he also feared the people because the people thought that he was a prophet. Feared John because he was a righteous man. And he feared the people because they thought that John was a prophet. Okay? Now when Now, when King Herod birthday celebration came, Herod made a supper for his lords and captains and all the leaders in Galilee. And so when he made this celebration, he made it a birthday. He made a birthday party or celebration, and Herodias, the daughter of Herod, sorry, the daughter of, sorry, the daughter of Herod's wife, her name is Salome. She danced, right? So when the daughter of Herodias, so they're having a party, and Herodias danced before all of the leaders, and that wasn't a sensible dance. That was a very seducing dance, and so she danced before them and pleased Herod. He said to her, whatever, and then so he pleased her, and then he made a silly promise. He said, whatever you ask me, I will give you. And he did that only to show off, right? Whatever you ask me, I will give it to you. Even up to even the half of my kingdom.
She danced really well.
And not only that, he was also kind of drunk too. He's kind of intoxicated little too. Okay. Now Salome, then what she did, she went to her mother to get advice on what to ask the king for. Now, what do you think her mother say?
If you
She
wanted
John the Baptist said,
yeah, Herodias told her to ask for the head of John the Baptist. Can you imagine that? She wicked, man.
That's a weird request. I ain't gonna lie.
My thing is, I really blame Salome. I really blame Salome. Give me one moment, please. Hello? Yeah. No, I come in soon. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I blame everybody except for John the Baptist.
Say it again.
I blame everybody except for John the Baptist.
I really blame Salome though. Like, how you could go? First of all, if the king asks me what I want, you think I want my parent to say, what you think I should ask? No, boy, I can tell him. I can tell him, hey, buddy, this is what I want. You know what I mean?
She probably looked up mother and respect the mother,
Yeah, I understand. But, buddy, if it was me, you ain't even know what the king say until after. Um, you know what I mean?
That's just sick.
Then
On a plate?
on a plate, right?
You
Evil.
gonna eat it?
Was this before Jezebel or after the
After
Jezebel?
after Jezebel. She remind me of Jezebel. Eh?
That's what I was thinking, Jezebel spirit.
Yeah, the king was sorry, but he had no choice. I wouldn't say he had no choice. This book says he had no choice, but I wouldn't say he had no choice.
It's the king, for goodness sake. Never mind.
Say it again. Yeah, he's the king. The king was sorry, but I was gonna say he had no choice. But because
He was so pleased.
because he made a promise
Oh, yeah.
Come
in front of
on.
all the leaders. Right? He feel like he would have been a snot to take back his word.
He's a king, though.
It's the king. It's the king on them.
He did not want to spoil his reputation. Right? He gave the order to have, or for a soldier to behead John. And so John was beheaded speaking the truth. Then John's head was brought on a plate and given to the girl who gave it to her mother. She's so wicked, man. That's evil, man. Then John's disciples, of course, they were sad, came and took the body, buried it in a tomb, and went and told Jesus what had happened. All right. So that's the end of our short notes for the night.
I know about short.
Yeah, short notes. I mean, try to kill you tonight. Just trying to go easy.
This was very much not short.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right, so we're gonna end now. I really have to leave. I really have to leave. But see you all on next week. Please do not forget the
Essay.
essay. Yes. But have a wonderful night, and see you next week. God spare life. All right.
Bye. Much love.
All right. Good night. Have a wonderful one. Take care.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.